Hello everybody. Today we'll talk about you make yourself rich or poor. You must have heard so many people saying they could not succeed in life because they didn't have those big educational degrees, access to big shots, rich parents, good opportunities and a lot of money, etc. Actually their thinking is totally wrong and far from the fact. In fact, to become rich or poor, successful or failure, a doctor or an engineer, or anything else for that matter that you consider successful, you don't need any of these things. For becoming or achieving anything, what you need is only a thought or a mindset for that. Yeah, a thought that's totally free and 50 to 60,000 of which come a day in your mind and it's with you 24/7. You make your thoughts with your expectations and a mindset with these thoughts. You get results in life according to your thoughts or mindset. So the sequence of achieving or becoming anything is expectations, thoughts, mindset and results or achievement. The definition of mindset as per vocabulary.com is a habitual or characteristic mental attitude that determines how you will interpret and respond to situations. The other definition is that your usual way of thinking about the world is your mindset. Your feelings, attitudes, and opinions about things make up your mindset. You might have a pessimistic mindset, always seeing the glass as half empty and generally expecting the worst. So again, mostly our mentality is to follow the masses. If there is fashion of bell bottom, then we wear it, and if there is a fashion of an anarkali suit, then we slip into the one. But why it's so? Because we fear if we get out of the herd, then first, what people will say, and second, we have fear of breaking the mental barrier of herd mentality. So this is why people don't succeed or become what they want to become. Despite of all this, if somebody shatters this mindset and finds his way apart from the herd or on the road less traveled, then he can get what he wants or become whatever he wants to in life. But how to break this mindset? How to overcome this herd mentality? Let's first discuss the what people will say. This fear of what people will say is so paralyzing that people won't start the things. They do the things which other people like them to do because it saves them from criticism of people and becoming object of mockery of others. But if you see it a bit seriously, then people actually say what they see or the fact. There is a very good story about this. It so happened that a village pot maker and his 15-year-old son set out for another village with their donkey. It was scorching hot, so the father told his son to ride the donkey and himself walked on foot. After a while, they came across the people of the village. The people saw them and started saying, "See the brazenness of the son. His old father is walking and he is sitting on the donkey. Seems there are no manners left now in the current generation youth." The son, perplexed, alighted from the donkey and told his father to ride the donkey. Again a while later, people saw them and they started telling them, "See this foolish old pot maker. His tender son is walking and he has ridden the donkey." His little love for his son, see, the poor son is drenched with the perspiration. Now the pot maker was perplexed and got down from the donkey. Now they both walked and left the donkey unridden. The people again saw and told them, like, "How foolish are these two fellows? Both are on foot, perspiring profusely, and have left the donkey unridden. At least one of them should have ridden the donkey. Fools! Now tell me, what will you do of such people?" Therefore, It is said that people will always tell you one or the other thing. So do what you deem fit and never worry about people. Now we discuss the second point, breaking the mental barrier. The fact is, until you break the barrier of mediocre mentality and come out of the herd, you can't get the different results. The definition of insanity is, by the way, do the same thing and expect different results. So to get different results, you'll have to do something different. Or in other words, if you don't do what successful people do, then you can't get what successful people get. You'll get only what mediocre people get. That's it. Before 1954, it was a belief that nobody can run a mile in less than 4 minutes. And the best time was credited to Sweden's Gunnar Haig, who ran the mile in 4 minutes and 1.4 seconds in 1945. It became a mental barrier as it was believed that no man could attempt it without causing significant physical harm to his body until one day Roger Bannister, at a field and track event in London in 1954, physically ran a mile in 3 minutes and 59.4 seconds only. How he did it? He did this miracle by rehearsing in his mind this thing several times, such that he made his nervous system to believe that it can be done, and thus creating enough reference for his belief. And see, John Landy, an accomplished runner and Roger's rival, just 56 days after Roger smashed the mental barrier, too broke his own mental wall and ran the mile in 3 minutes and 57.9 seconds. Within next 1 year of this, 37 other athletes had also done this, and in next 1 year, 300 other athletes had also done it. So how this happened? Did the athletes' bodies suddenly get stronger? Was there new technology to improve the runners' shoes? Did training methods get enhanced? Did athletes simply try harder? None of the above, really. It's just that mental barrier, the self-limiting belief that a mile can't be run in under 4 minutes, shattered. We all are like that, and we all have our limiting beliefs about what we can achieve and what we can't. Our success is limited by those limiting belief barriers. Even our effort is often restricted by those barriers. We don't try because we see those barriers. Henry Ford was right when he said, if your mind doesn't know what it cannot do, it will do that. Life is all about breaking mental barriers, dreaming the impossible dreams. Henry Ford once said, if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you're right. Now we will discuss how we can apply the breaking of mental barriers in our life. If someone is feeding his mind constantly with negative beliefs like he can't become rich, can't have an expensive car, or can't have other luxuries in life, or his son can never become an IAS or anything else, then he can really not have them because he has such limiting beliefs in his mind. Someone has said it beautifully that you are what you think. So whatever and wherever you are today, it's due to your thoughts and mindset. You cannot hold responsible any of your relatives, parents, or anybody else for this. It is only because of your mindset. See, what J.K. Rowling has said, there is an expiry date on blaming your parents for steering you in the wrong direction. The moment you are old enough to take the wheel, the responsibility lies with you. This is useful for those people who are always blaming their parents and others for their misfortunes in life. So when someone becomes of 18 years, even government also declares him adult and responsible to take his own decisions. So as soon as someone becomes of 18, his excuse to blame others comes to an expiry, and only he becomes responsible for his life. So if you have to become rich or anything else, then first have a mentality of the same. It's not for becoming rich only, but it's true for any other field. If a child has become a doctor, then it was his and his parents' mindset from the childhood, and that has turned into his achievement. Someone who has a mindset of becoming a cricketer, musician, or a lawyer, or a singer, then he can become that. You have to bring up your mindset like a child. It's like a seed from which you grow a big tree. You have to protect it from goats by fencing, means protecting it from all negatives. Otherwise, what will happen? The people with negatives, or the people who jump in as soon as you think out of the box, or herd mentality with their negatives, are in search of space to decant their garbage bins of negatives. If you allowed them, they will pounce upon you to discourage by decanting their garbage bins upon you. And then GIGO formula will be applicable. Garbage in, garbage out. If you put garbage in the mind, then it gives you garbage out. The food for your mind is thoughts, mindset, mentality. If you fill it with garbage, then output will be garbage only. What will happen? Whenever an opportunity will come, you will immediately say, I can't do it. I have this or that problem. Excuse me. Find someone else to do it. That's it. This happens daily. People go to motivational seminars, buy tickets, and listen to the speaker for 3 long hours. And in the end, when he tells them to buy a book from the stall outside the hall which changed his life, they just don't bother, and instead buy a cone of ice cream of same price. Do they really want to change their lives? No. Most people just don't bother to act upon the strategies of the speaker to their advantage. This is because these negatives in their mind tell them again and again that it's not that easy. Forget about it. And within 2-3 days, they are again on the same old track or mediocrity, blaming this motivational speaker that his speech didn't last long. They think one motivational speech they heard will last lifelong, even if they don't act upon it. Any motivational talk or book or video or a tape for that matter will not work until you take action in life. When somebody asked Zig Ziglar, one of the best motivational speakers in the world, that his motivational speeches didn't last, he replied that neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily. So the fact is that you have to banish these negative thoughts on daily basis and replenish positive thoughts daily to make a positive mentality. So you have to take action in life for results. Today there are more avenues of getting negatives all day long from social media, and once we read incoming messages and see videos, we don't know from where we will get a negative which will devastate us. So today we have to guard ourselves from these negatives. If someone thinks what will happen with 1 or 2 negatives, then mind it, 1 negative is sufficient to doom anybody in his life. All unsuccessful people today in millions are victims of only 1 negative. That is, I can't do. Hitler had only 1 negative thought in his mind, I will rule the world. And we know how he devastated the whole world. Take a 20-liter drum of white paint and mix only 20 ml of black paint in it. It will change to grey. It's no more a white paint. So 1 negative thought is sufficient to doom anybody in life. Conversely, 1 positive thought, I can do it, has created geniuses from the so-called downtrodden people in the history. Now we will take some action exercises for whatever today we have learned. So the first thing to do today is to find out what do you want in life and then start thinking about it and transforming it into a mentality or mindset. If you want your children to become IAS, doctors, engineers, lawyers, or anything else, then tell them about it from the childhood and then nurture that seed throughout their years to maturity. You will see that they become what you or they actually wanted to become. That's all for today. If you like this video, then please like, share it with others, and if you still haven't subscribed to our channel, then please subscribe to it right away. See you in our next video. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.